So good morning. I'm Denise Smith. I'm the program manager with Rise Vermont, and I'm grateful and happy to welcome Roger Thieken to our studio this morning and our show, our tips and tricks for 2019. Roger, thank you for joining me today.
Absolutely, my pleasure.
Yeah, it's great to have you. I've known Roger, goodness, going back probably at least 15 years. Mm-hmm. I think you've lived here longer.
Yeah, probably around 30, going on 30.
Going on 30 years that you've lived in Franklin County. Yeah. One thing that we've talked about over the years is you bike to work on a pretty regular basis. And
in summer.
In the summer, yeah, no, not in the winter. You got to get one of those fat bikes to bike in the winter. And to have a lot of stamina.
Yeah.
So tell me more about like where you live, where you work.
I live in St. Albans.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, and like I said, we moved here. My wife and I, Lindsay, and I think we had one of our boys. We have 3 boys.
You have 3 boys?
Yeah.
Okay.
One of them we had when we moved here 30 years ago, and I started working at the mill, the pulp mill in Sheldon. It was specialty paperboard at that time. It became Rock 10, and now it's West Rock.
West Rock. Okay. Yeah.
So
this is Sheldon, like.
Sheldon Springs.
Sheldon Springs, okay.
Right.
Yep.
It's kind of off the road, so it's easy to miss if you go down 105, but you probably see the steam coming off of it. You know,
okay.
We make paperboard there, so.
And
I've been there since we've moved to Vermont, really. It's been good.
So you live in, so tell me more about this. So you live in St. Albans, but you work in Sheldon and for 30 years. And tell me how you decided one day that you were going to bike that, because tell me how far, I want to know how far it is first, and then tell me what prompted you to say, I think I'm going to bike that.
It's about 10 miles on Route 105. The railroad is shorter. When we first came, the railroad was still going to the mill.
There was still a railroad.
Rails to the mill.
Really?
The decision had been made to remove it.
Okay.
So probably, I don't know, the mid-90s.
Okay.
When, I don't know how long the rail trail's been in effect, but they started taking it out shortly after that, so it was there.
Okay.
Okay. Myself, I guess I'm not really a bike guy. I don't know if anyone would even actually consider me an avid,
You don't have to be avid anything, right?
Workout person. You know what I mean? Everything
None of us
kind
have
of moderation,
to be that.
right? But it became a rail trail. And
okay.
Yeah, it just, I think, well, how could I not do it? Maybe because it goes right to where I work.
It goes literally right by.
Yeah, right, literally, right. We had rail cars that came to that mill before, they took it out, and so I live in St. Albans. It's a half a mile to the beginning of the rail trail from my house.
Okay.
I think we lived a little farther than that initially, but a little bit across town, and then about 9 miles, or I think it's 8 miles on the rail trail up to Sheldon Springs, and it goes right to my door at work. So,
it's
that was part of it. How could you not?
How could you not
How could
do
I
it?
not do that opportunity?
Yeah.
And
so
I like the exercise.
Just to confirm, in case people are watching from out of this region, it's the Missisquoi Valley Rail Trail, though. The MVRT, I think the acronym is, and you get on it right on. What's that road there?
Beginning of it on Route 7.
Route 7. Yep. Okay. Right where the diner is in St. Albans. Yep. Okay. And you get on that in the morning.
And I just ride to it. I don't park there. I can ride from my house.
You get on your bike and ride to there.
Yeah, ride across
to your house.
town.
Okay.
It's a half a mile from my house now.
What time do you leave at?
Well, I start work around 7, between 7 and 7:30 every day. So I need to leave around 6.
Okay.
I go a little slow in the morning. It's cold.
It's
usually
it's been excessively cold this spring.
Yeah,
and
through the years, I guess I've developed kind of a bar where if it's not above, say, 50 degrees, I may not choose to do it that day because it's just my ears and I'm not even going fast. But
you're still,
I'm kind of a fair weather person. But,
fair weather athlete. Let's call ourselves that today.
Yeah, right.
We are fair weather athletes.
One of the advantages is it's pretty much all downhill from St. Albans to Sheldon Springs.
Oh, okay.
I don't know if you've been on the rail trail much.
I have.
But there's one hill.
Yeah.
It's pretty much downhill to Greens Corners, there where you cross Route 105.
Yeah. Yeah.
And from there, there's a little flat spot, and then you go up a
A
hill.
little bit up, and
right,
then
it's
it's a
downhill
coast.
the rest of the way.
Okay.
So, in the mornings, it'll be cold. I just try to, I go slow and take it easy and just enjoy the scenery. and
What's the coolest thing
time.
you've seen on the rail trail over there? So you've been doing this for 30 years now.
Well,
Like
mid-90s, so
mid-90s,
20, over 20
over
years.
20
yeah,
years,
since they started.
And how many, well, okay, I'm going to back up. How many days a week would you
Okay.
say you're doing this?
Through the years, there's some years where I may not have done it.
Yeah.
A normal year is probably from the summer. We're talking mid-May to mid-September.
Okay.
It's fairly cold till mid-May.
Yeah.
And then it starts getting dark
Yeah.
in September.
Yeah,
So
you're right. You've
that's
got
at
that.
6 o'clock.
Yeah, it's too early to
It's,
bite. Yeah.
it's not enjoyable because I'm in the dark.
Right. Yeah.
So from mid-May to mid-September, in normal year, probably a dozen times.
Okay.
So, it's not like every day I'm
That-
doing
but
it. But if the weather's right and I don't have to be somewhere after work,
Right, because that can be a barrier if you have to
Yeah,
go to a meeting or get back for a kid's hockey game or soccer, whatever might have happened over the years, right? Getting from one point A to point B on the way home. So you bike there and home though.
and then I bike home. Yeah.
You bike home.
Yeah, I bike there, so I try to go easy. I don't want to get sweaty and
Right.
have to take a shower and everything. I keep clothes at work,
Okay.
so that I
So that's a
can
good
change.
tip.
Yeah,
to
right.
Keep clothes
Exactly,
at
yeah,
work.
Right.
And don't work too hard so you don't
Logistics, yeah. I don't want to get all tired and sweaty on the way
Right,
there. So I
right.
take it easy, enjoy the scenery. It's usually great.
Coolest thing you've seen? Let's go back to that question.
Moose,
You've seen a moose?
yeah.
Really?
Yeah,
God,
it's
my
been
dream is to
probably
see
a
moose
while
in
ago.
Vermont. Really?
Where it was right before you go up the hill.
There's that swamp right there on the
Yeah,
right-hand side.
you cross 105 by the graveyard
Yeah.
there, and it's kind of swampy. It was right at the bottom of the hill.
Okay.
Okay,
Yeah,
right there.
I
And
know exactly.
I started coming on it, and I was going to slow down. I was slowing down because I was too close for my comfort, and it took off. I didn't have my phone or my camera ready at the time, but
Oh, but that's so neat though.
after that, I started keeping my phone more accessible to me. So if I saw something, I could
Get a
take
picture.
it. But really, it's one of the biggest benefits I think is just the everyday stuff that you're going slow enough that you see things. You see the ditch
Yeah.
and what's in the ditch,
Yeah.
and you see the cornfield, and you see
The
whatever,
birds.
everything.
Yeah.
And every the rail trail is pretty much a graded thing, but you notice, you ride the bike, you notice where the hills are, where you're driving in the car, you think it's flat, right? But really, you start riding it or walking it even. High Street, for example, it's flat, right? But if you walk on it or ride your bike on it, you know where the high spot is,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, there's a little incline going
yeah,
up. Yeah.
That kind of thing. But
Yeah.
and just you're more aware of what.
It's like
What's
you're more
there?
right.
Yeah,
You're more in
you have
tune 'cause
time
you're
to see stuff
right,
that
you're
you
slow-
don't
you're
see
slowing
in the
down.
car.
Yeah.
And I think I'm in a better mood when I get to work, because of it. I think so. It helps me there, not just the
Yeah.
fitness, but kind of emotional,
Yeah.
mental health wise. I think it's good.
Do you ever see other bikers with you? Like, are there other people that work at the mill that will bike with you sometimes? or-
There's a couple of people who do. Usually I don't run into them on the trail in the morning. I don't think there has been too many lately that come my direction.
Okay.
Anyway, I don't know if you know Norm Boudreau.
Yeah, I know Norm. Yeah.
I don't know if he has for a while,
Yeah.
but through the years he has.
He's biked up there as well.
There's been a number of people who have through the
Okay.
years. And,
So do you leave your clothes at work the night before, or how do you? Kind
well,
of plan
a
for
day
this?
before or something, I'll keep a couple changes of clothes
Look
there,
at
and
the
maybe some
weather.
lunch, and,
Yeah.
or whatever. Clothes I can keep there no matter what the weather. If I have a change of clothes, and
Yeah.
if I ride, I have it.
Yeah.
Your lunch takes a little more logistics. There are a couple places now to get lunch in
Yeah.
Sheldon Springs, so it's a little better. But yeah, there's some logistics you got to worry about, I guess, to do it. But and then the ride home is uphill and against the wind usually, and it's a lot better if you want to, if I want to
Get your
exert
cardio
a little
right.
more.
Yeah.
That's when I'll do that and
Yeah.
try different ways.
Yeah.
Sometimes maybe get off the trail and.
I was
do
wondering
some-
about that. Do you sometimes ride on the road or?
Never ride on Route 105.
No. Yeah.
But yeah, I've ridden Bushy Road, back, and actually, on the way there even lately, when I get to the top of the hill,
Yeah.
I will get on the road on Sweet Hollow Road
I love that road.
since they paved it,
Yeah.
right? But when it was
okay.
dirt, it wasn't as fun, because
And where does Sweet Hollow Road come out? Does that come out on 10?
Sheldon Springs.
In Sheldon Springs. Oh, okay, so it's right there.
Yeah, it's right there. And I've just found it's a little more fun because the dips and hills, you switch gears. And I'm not a bike guy, really, but it's.
Yeah. And so what kind of bike do you have to ride
Okay,
on a
it's
rail trail?
yeah. My biking history. That's a good one, really. Going back when I was young, I had a 10-speed or whatever. And
Yeah.
I think I put it in the shed the day I got my driver's license, and that's like. That was pretty much it.
90% of us probably did the
I
same
might
thing.
have, and I think one time in college I was going to bring it, to school with me. I went to the shed and found my brother's moped, so I took that. I don't know what happened to that bike, but we had kids and they were wanting to ride on
The road,
trails,
yeah.
and I needed a bike, so I went to a bike swap in Burlington, one
Okay.
of the ski places.
Yeah. Ski
I
rack?
think it was Ski Rack. It was the
Yeah.
one down the hill from
Yeah.
Church Street
Yeah,
there.
that's Ski Rack,
Several
yeah.
of them have them, and I got a cheap old mountain bike, and so that's what I had. I ride around with the kids, and that's what I started riding to work. And since then, I went back, bought another. The kids got older, so one of them probably wanted that mountain bike.
Yeah.
And I went back and bought another one that I ride now.
Okay.
And actually, I had made a couple of changes to what I wanted by then, because I still got something cheap. It's an old 1970s mountain bike. It's a
Wow.
Gary Fisher. There's a picture of it I gave to
Brian.
to Brian.
Oh,
So if
good.
you guys
Maybe
wanna look at it.
they'll put it
But-
up on the screen for
But
the show.
it's heavy. It's a old steel frame. But it's larger than you would get for a mountain bike. The frame is, because I'm riding it on the rail trail
Right.
mostly. I'm riding it on the road, so it's a little more comfortable to have a larger than you would normally do.
Okay.
I bought a larger gear for the front.
Oh,
So when I'm in high gear, it's geared a little bit higher than a
Okay.
mountain bike would be.
okay.
Okay,
So you can go
there's more teeth on it
faster,
on the front side.
or
Well,
you can-
it would just it would go faster for a certain cadence.
Got it.
Right?
Okay.
What else? I
Because
bought
it's pretty flat. I mean, it's pretty like the rail trail's nice and packed down, so it's
now.
not.
Yeah, I mean that's varied through the years.
Yeah,
It-
okay.
it's harder when they have the loose. When
Yeah,
they
the
put
loose
more
gravel.
in it.
Yeah.
I rode one day last week, and it's really nice.
Yeah.
I don't know who's been working on it, but they've cut the grass. It's great, and it's really packed. So
Good.
I like that. But I did buy different tires too. I bought smooth tires, not like mountain bike
Not
tires.
the ones that have all the things on them, because you don't. What are they? I don't even know what they're.
Knobs
the
or
knobs,
whatever for in the
yeah,
mud and all
yeah,
that, because
yeah.
I'm not going to ride in the mud.
Right.
It's in the rocks, but
Yep.
it's smooth gravel, so it's kind of like road tire. They're still wide.
Okay.
I-
But they're smoother, so if you do
Yeah.
go on the road, it's easier to get on the road too.
And I can put more air pressure in them,
Okay.
so they're a little harder than
Okay.
mountain bike tires. Usually you don't pump up because you're going over
Right.
stumps and I don't know what. But
Right.
for me, I keep looking back at the back tire, and it seems flat to me once I get on the bike. It's like I need more air. And
Do you do all your own maintenance of your bike, or do you bring
No,
it somewhere?
well, I tinker with it myself,
Yeah.
as much as I can, but I've taken it to bike shops if, I
But you're
can't
telling
figure
me
it out.
for 20 years you've gone through 2 mountain bikes. You've gone through
Yeah.
2 bikes, basically. You
Yeah.
had one 10-speed, then a
Yeah,
moped,
and-
then 2
And
bikes.
probably didn't spend $100 on either one of them, so
Yeah, the
you
bike
can do
swaps.
it, yeah.
Yeah.
In fact, I probably spent more on the seat
Okay.
than I did on the bike, because
yeah?
at one point I decided the seat was more important than anything else.
You
right?
want a comfortable seat if
So
you're
yeah, I
riding.
spent I don't know how much on the seat.
You're 9 miles. Well, this was
But-
great. We're almost out of
Are we?
time.
Okay.
Any last things you want to leave our watchers with about biking to work?
I don't like I say it's great. It's not just the health. Not just the physical health. It's the mental health as well. I'd say, and
Connecting with nature,
It's fun.
and
Yeah,
noticing your
yeah.
environment a little bit more, paying attention to the things
Yeah.
that are around you.
And and for me, it's not like going to the gym extracurricular from what I normally do. One thing I like about it is that I would be driving to work and I'm riding instead.
Right.
So I'm getting exercise doing something that would be a normal activity.
Yeah. It's
or
like
something I have to
it's
do.
natural movement, right? Yeah,
Yeah.
it's something that you have to
So
do anyways, so it's not.
It's not above everything else that I'm already doing in my life.
Yeah.
Because I'm going to work. It takes a little longer.
Right. Right.
You know,
Research is showing that incorporating movement into our days,
Yeah.
over the day, is actually as beneficial, if not more beneficial, than carving out like a specific time to go to the gym.
Yeah.
And so having these opportunities, I guess, for natural movement will keep us healthier longer. But I think everything that you've said is so true.
It's the opportunities I look for to ride the bike. You
Yeah.
know, is when we're going downtown, going to church, or
Yeah.
going to visit someone on Maquam Shore. It's
Yeah.
Of course, downhill is always easier.
Yeah, I know. It's
Coming
a lot
back,
easier, especially after a glass of wine or something.
coming back's a little harder where I live. I live off a high street in St.
Okay.
Albans, so it's up the hill
all
a little
uphill.
bit. So it's always, yeah. There's a big steep road called Isham that goes
Yep.
up by Warner Home near my house. And I have to go up.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
no matter how easy I take it on the way home, I still have to go up
You
that
still
hill.
have to go up that
to get
hill.
home. So I'm all sweaty by the time I get. Looks good when I get home, no matter
I
how
worked
hard
really
I went.
hard. Well, thank you very much
Yeah, my pleasure.
for joining us on the tips and tricks for 2019 from Rise Vermont. We're grateful to have you here. And keep going, man. I'm very impressed with you. So
Yeah,
thank you.
All right.